So reading this report sent chills down my spine. This is utterly terrifying. We've got 12 years to get our act together. Will we do it? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case.
Offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, and I decline. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we
I don't know. Everybody's quitting YouTube. Everybody I watch is quitting, getting burned out. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of what happens. Sorry, I gotta roll down the windows. Now, this dude I watch, I told you all about before, Mullen Media, he hadn't posted in a while, and he recently posted a video, and he summarized it pretty well in his ramblings. Yeah, it's just, I mean, you know, I started out doing this because I wanted to see if I could do it, because I was bored, and because I was interested in it. While I've certainly got lots of satisfaction, and it's been fun, it's like, okay, well, it's not going anywhere, and really, if I don't want to play the clickbait, populist, trending, vapid, shallow garbage game that YouTube is, am I ever going to grow in popularity? Well, the answer is likely no. Plus, I'm not willing to market and pester motherfuckers. Watch my shit! 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 Watch my shit!
You gotta fail to succeed. Road to success is failure. Failure's not an option. Chase your dreams. Everything changes. Roll with the punches. Change your dreams. Grind it out. Enjoy every moment. Make an omelet. You have to crack a few skulls. See the change you want to see in the change. Picture is worth $1,000 if it's a good enough picture. Never too late. Do it now! Consider yourself motivated. Tell me in the comments what you were motivated to do right after clicking like and subscribe and the bell and going to Twitter and Facebook and telling all your friends about these videos.
Watch my shit! Like, that's annoying, right? So I don't do that. And, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Fucking, rather. So definitely, I got, 2 things are keeping me doing YouTube. Well, maybe 4 or 5 things, but keep me from stop doing YouTube, rather. So definitely, you know, boredom, right? I'm afraid I'll get too bored and won't have enough to do. So that's one of the things that keeps me going. I got approximately 30 some odd people that watch me on the semi-regular. I don't want to disappoint y'all. Even though that's silly, because if y'all care about me at all or care about my well-being, then if you doing YouTube videos was making me miserable, then obviously if y'all cared about me, y'all would rather me quit and be happy than continue and be miserable. So that's a stupid reason for me to use it as an excuse. A third reason is, you know, like, what if I was gonna blow up? Like, what if I actually could make a living out of this? Like, I'm gonna need to fucking work at some point in my life. I'm not gonna be able to let the old lady take care of me forever. So even if that means I gotta go back to school when she's done and finish my rad tech degree or whatever, I gotta do something to make some money. I can't just be a worthless piece of shit the rest of my life. And I'd rather do something I enjoy, and I enjoy doing YouTube. But, so those are probably the 3 main reasons I don't quit. And I don't like quitting anything, really. Oh, on a weird note, I think I found out what's going on with with my vehicle. I watched Scotty Kilner. I never ask him questions on a live show, but somebody happened to ask him a question about spider injections on their 96 Silverados. And I'm like, well, shit, man, I bet that's the same thing on my 97 Suburban. And the way he's talking about it, all my issues were sometimes I get like, it feels like I'm getting a misfire or a bad fuel delivery or something. I'm pretty sure it's those spider injectors. They're all made out of plastic. The whole fucking fuel system is made out of plastic in there, that injection system. And so it's fucking 23 years old, right? 22 years old, so it's probably all freaking, it's all inside the intake manifold. So it's all fucking, you know, worn out, dry rotted, heated up after 20 years of fucking, so that's probably what's wrong with my truck. And it's gonna require all that shit to be replaced. Be at least a few $1,000s according to Scotty. Why am I talking? Why am I talking? Y'all don't care. Let me shut up. Okay, it's, nobody's coming up on the sides, so this will probably turn orange on me. Of course, I hadn't been in town in about a week, so maybe they fucking changed them. I got pizza and coffee and eggs. I mean, we're out of a lot of shit, but I just needed dinner for tonight, and I didn't want to really cook, so, and I need coffee for the morning. So I got a frozen pizza, so I'll have that. So he said, you having pizza tonight? And I said, yeah. Solo tonight, so go have some pizza. I said, oh, you gotta go. He said, with coffee? I said, no, coffee's in the morning. And the girl said, oh, you gotta get up early and go to work? I said, no, I don't work. And the guy said, oh, you're retired. I said, no, I'm not retired. I just fucked up my back a few years ago and can't do the type of work I used to do, and so I'm taken care of by my wife. And he's like, you're retired! And I'm like, yeah, not really, and not by choice. I mean, I hope to work again someday, but until I get back surgery and elbow surgery, I don't think that that's necessarily an option. He's like, you could do this job. Oh, I hadn't said anything about elbows yet. He's like, you can do this job. I was like, yeah, I don't think I could. My elbow's completely dicked. So I can't lift any weight, and I damn sure can't swipe all day long.
Swipe or no
So it's gonna be a negatory Ghost Rider. Plus, I'm pretty sure y'all pay about $7 an hour, and my minimum pay rate is 20. I don't work for less than $20 an hour, thank you very much. The Chevy's gone. Somebody must have come and bought it. I hear Chevys are shit quality now, so I'm not sure that was a good decision. So speaking of cars, I know it's windy as fuck and you don't give a fuck. I don't know why I'm turning the camera towards me. It's goddamn nighttime. You can't see diddly fucking squat. But so, you know, I'm looking at cars. I remember I told y'all about a caddy and shit. You know, well, my old lady, she's just country as fucking can be. Of course, I'm a spoiled little pussy. And so I'm like, caddy, we need a caddy. And she's like, I want a fucking truck, you know, because she's a fucking tomboy, right? And, you know, country girl tomboy. So she don't want a fucking caddy. I'm like, really? You want a fucking uncomfortable, shitty-ass fucking truck? And so maybe we'll get a caddy in another 20 years. But she's not interested right now. She wants a Toyota Tacoma maybe, or something like that. But anyway, so now I'm looking at trucks and shit and other stuff. And I can't believe that LED lights are not standard on every fucking vehicle. How the fuck are they still passing off models with halogen lights? Jesus fucking Christ, dude, in 2018. See, this is the type of shit that's bullshit. Whatever, I'm not gonna rant. I suggest that everybody goes to your local car dealerships and smash out every pair of headlights you can get a fucking bat into. Teach them a lesson. Apologize. Lucky, Lucky is my friend. Lucky, my friend. Lucky is my friend. Lucky is my friend. Lucky, Lucky is my friend. Lucky, my friend. Where you going, friend? Buddy, why don't you clean up this mess behind us?
The coffee is done, and I love it when the coffee is done.
You think I ought to take that fly strip down? Yes, exactly. It's not a problem as long as it...
I'm already done with this. Worst day ever.
Every day's a holiday and I want to punch myself in the face.
Wizzy weather.
Really a pretty badass Camaro in front of us, isn't it? Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a Camaro Lamborghini.
All these stupid days are f***ing stupid.
Back in 2016, during the Paris climate talks, world leaders commissioned the IPCC to do a meta-analysis on climate change, and 2 years later, we're finally seeing their findings. And they're devastating, to say the least. So according to Jonathan Watts of The Guardian, the world's leading climate scientists have warned there's only a dozen years for global warming to be kept to a maximum of 1.5 degrees Celsius, beyond which even half a degree will significantly worsen the risks of drought, floods, extreme heat, and poverty for hundreds of millions of people. The authors of the landmark report by the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released on Monday say urgent and unprecedented changes are needed to reach the target, which they say is affordable and feasible, although it lies at the most ambitious end of the Paris Agreement pledge to keep temperatures between 1.5 and 2 degrees Celsius. The half-degree difference could also prevent corals from being completely eradicated and ease pressure on the Arctic, according to the study, which was launched after approval at a final plenary of all 195 countries in Incheon in South Korea that saw delegates hugging one another, with some in tears. The world is currently 1 degree Celsius warmer than pre-industrial levels. Following devastating hurricanes in the United States, record droughts in Cape Town, and forest fires in the Arctic, the IPCC makes clear that climate change is already happening, upgraded its risk warning from previous reports, and warned that every fraction of additional warming would worsen the impact. At 1.5 degrees Celsius, the proportion of the global population exposed to water stress could be 50% lower than at 2 degrees Celsius, it notes. Food scarcity would be less of a problem, and hundreds of millions fewer people, particularly in poor communities, would be at risk of climate-related poverty. At 2 degrees Celsius, extremely hot days, such as those experienced in the northern hemisphere this summer, would become more severe and common, increasing heat-related deaths and causing more forest fires. But the greatest difference would be to nature. Insects, which are vital for pollination of crops and plants, are almost twice as likely to lose half their habitat at 2 degrees Celsius compared to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Corals would be 99% lost at the higher of the two temperatures, but more than 10% have a chance of surviving if the lower target is reached. Carbon pollution would have to be cut by 45% by 2030, compared with a 20% cut under the 2 degrees Celsius pathway, and come down to 0 by 2050, compared with 2075 for 2 degrees Celsius. This would require carbon prices that are 3 to 4 times higher than for a 2 degrees Celsius target. But the costs of doing nothing would be far higher. So, reading this report sent chills down my spine. This is utterly terrifying. We've got 12 years to get our act together. Will we do it? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case because look, during the Paris Climate Accords, most countries came together. And even if the Paris Climate Agreement did not go far enough, it still was a step in the right direction. But now we're seeing the emergence of right-wing populism and right-wing demagogues across the world, like Donald Trump, who are choosing, unilaterally so, to withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Listen to yourself,